What's up, guys? There's some other audio going. How is everybody? I can hear myself in the mic monitor headphones, and I cannot talk to myself when I can hear myself. Okay, that's better. How's it going, everybody? It's taco time. Some brains. Okay. I thought about tacos. Maybe I should make tacos. Tacos sound good. Hopefully everybody's well on this fine Monday evening. I don't know why I'm like, it's Monday, right? It's always goddamn Monday. Nick, Alex, you're here. Switch PB. There you are again. Yeah, tacos do sound pretty good, huh? I did have chili last night. It's almost taco. Almost tacos. What are we going to talk about today? We have a little bit of an announcement, I guess, for maybe a new type of paintball tournament or event or something like that we'll talk about. There's a few videos I kind of want to showcase. We're going to do but last week I talked about that stuff. The G1 Performance Foam Kit. Technically for the JT Pro Flex, but it'll fit a lot of other stuff too. Then we're going to talk about, I'm going to go talk about something else. We'll talk about that later. There's some other stuff to share. We're going to talk about maybe some of the upcoming tournaments. I got a raffle going on. We're going to talk about, there's a paintball company coming back. We'll kind of talk about a little bit. But without further ado, we want to thank BFP Gear for, as they always do, supporting paintball and supporting this channel. We talked about these last week too, the infamous Hyperlight tanks, and they just got back colors in stock. I think that I'm gonna turn my mic down just a little bit. Where's my mouse? Colored versions, they got a little small shipment of those in, but they actually have black tanks back in stock. Oh no, maybe they're just purple. My bad. For some reason, I thought they had black back. That purple one's really kind of cool, though. These are the lightest tanks possible. So if you want to get like the lightest tank you can purchase right now, these infamous Hyperlight tanks over at BFP Gear are your solution. They just put these on there too. These are like crazy ass color combinations. They're like just a bunch of spare parts. This one looks kind of cool, though. I actually don't mind that. I was like, that's ugly, but I kind of like that it's ugly. They also just got all these profilers, all the colors back in stock, and still have some of these limited edition St. Patrick's Day JT parts as well. But the main thing I want to talk about BFP Gear is this. Here in Sacramento, they also have a paintball store, Sac Paintball. I worked there just for a slight period, one day a week when they first opened. It's a great store. I mean, it's very well stocked. It's clean. Everything, really. I mean, it's a fantastic place. But they're looking for a new part-time people. I should say person. And you can kind of see their requirements right there. They're kind of stiff, it's a hard thing with paintball fields. A lot of the paintball stores and paintball fields, most of the people that are going to work at these places are paintball players. So it's difficult to find people that are able to work or want to work on the weekend. So that is one of those stipulations, being able to work on Sundays and then every other Saturday. Yep, I would check out if you're, probably young, if you're 18-ish or something in there. To early 20s and looking to maybe just have a fun job. Maybe you're going to school and just want a handful of days a week, or just looking to get into the paintball industry and want to work in paintball because it's kind of fun. Sac Paintball here in Sacramento is going to be the way to do it. And I'd look in the description of this below. There's a link over to how if you want to apply for said job. Look at the link in the description. And go work at a paintball store. What are you guys talking about? And we'll get to this paintball stuff. Greetings from Tampa. D-Rec from Fallbrook. Steve John says, I wish the green JT gear was more Kelly green than teal looking. For sure. But these, it's kind of weird. Like, I actually like these. These don't actually look that, like, seafoamish or teal or whatever the hell we're calling this color. They definitely look a little bit more green in real life. Those are pretty accurate. So they're not as, like, seafoamy green. I mean, these are pictures from JT. So I don't really quite understand why the colors don't perfectly match up. Mintish. It's kind of minty. Yeah, there you go. So I don't know what we can talk about. Let's start this with this past week on the Spick and Span show over on the Ryan Greenspan YouTube channel. They had on Seth. Let me open my notes. Seth from Vendetta Paintball in Utah. Vendetta Paintball is about 30 minutes south of Salt Lake City, so right in between Salt Lake City and Provo. There in Utah. And what he wants to do is something that sounds like a really good idea, and something that makes it difficult for us to do at like the NXL tournaments. He wants to have an invite only, or is going to have on June 7th, an invite only pro, I don't want to call tournament, we can call match, or a invite only exhibition or pro demonstration or something like that. They're going to do it all old school, so really original X-Ball rules. 15 balls a second, ramping, I presume. X-Ball style, so X-Ball. And two 15-minute halves. That's just like it used to be in the original NXL, when we used to see like the scores being like 13 to 14 and crazy scores like that. So hopefully, you know, that we facilitate lots of points just by having, you know, so much extra time. But spectators are going to be on and off, right? He wants to only have 300 people at the event, and I think he wants to sell tickets to it as well, which I would go to. I mean, it'd be really cool if it was. It looks like it's on the weekend, though. I was like, it'd be really cool if it was on like Friday or something. You could probably get a lot of people to go. Do it on Friday evening or something like that. It'd be kind of cool. But only 300 people are going to be there in real life. There's no webcast planned as of yet. But it still is a possibility. I think the main goal is Todd. Why am I brinking on Todd Adamson from Aftershock is going to be heading up, kind of filming the whole thing, and then trying to create story out of it and just create a unique product, I guess. And apparently it's going to be for sale. You can be able to buy that video at some point. I don't know when. Who knows? It'd probably be like a month or so after the tournament, after the event. And really cool is $15,000 for first place, almost doubling what the NXL is giving away, which is also a good idea. I mean, it incentivizes the players to be there, and also gives like newer players something exciting. You know, if you're thinking about going pro or playing competitive paintball, this is one of those things that kind of like encourages you to do that. Apparently will be a vendor area. I don't know which vendors will be available or which ones will be there, but the goal is just really to try to create a paintball like match, but be able to show maybe a little bit more of the story behind the players, stuff that we really don't get in the NXL because it's so quick, you know, where they're playing that split deck and games are, you know, every minute. So there's not a lot of time to divest, or I should say invest, into doing interviews and putting together stories. It's something I probably would have liked to see more in that ESPN show we saw last year. But again, that's also the problem of just time constraints. There just isn't enough time. I mean, the show is only 30 minutes. You know, in the match, they didn't even show the whole match, but they like cut out points because there wasn't enough time. Yeah. So it should be interesting. I'm always interested in people doing stuff and trying things, you know, at least like me, I'm always saying, oh, let's do this and we should do this. But I'm never doing it. So at least Seth over there at Vendetta is actually doing something. He's putting his money where his mouth is and actually trying to create something. And I know the goal too is to have this kind of be a reoccurring thing, right? So they can have maybe multiple of these a year. hopefully get more sponsorship and more eyes on it to maybe increase that prize pool to make it a little more interesting. It's neat, but one thing we have definitely seen before, and a lot of people have talked about doing new leagues and starting a lot of things, and it very, very seldomly comes to fruition. So, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what actually happens. It is pretty close here. I mean, they're only like 3 months away from filming the thing, so should be interesting. And we've seen Vendetta Paintball before. I mean, Hormesis has done like the duel, I believe the duel they did out there at one point with Oliver Lang's Pro Tour. Seth Steven says, anyone list to the Will Ball for Soup episode? Oh, listen to it. Yeah, I don't listen to any of that stuff. Vince. Does he have a podcast? Or is that Vince from... Shit. I don't know. We'll just move on. Yeah, the ESPN, not the ESPN, but the Paintball Fit documentary that Ghost Sports did was really good. It for sure was really good. I'm going to have a Paintball Fit video soon here. That's my next video that I'm going to work on. Is a Paintball Fit. The duel, okay, there you go. The duel was at the Bro Army private field. I don't even know what that is, but not Vendetta. I heard of the Bro Army guys. It was just my guess, because it looked like that region. Let's talk paintball. There we go. I was like, Vince, I know, but I can't I can't put the name to the thing for a second. Salutations, my noble king and queens. Yeah, Mark, why don't you guys, if you're in here right now, hit the like button. Give me a little juice. Or when you leave, liking these videos, I always say this, liking these videos in live streams does help. So if for some reason you actually like this and you're hanging out, let me know by hitting that like button. We've got one more. And we're going to change the order of this a little bit. We'll come back to that. So this is something, we'll bust out this foam. We'll talk about this foam again real quick, and then we're going to do a giveaway for the foam. If I hit this button right there, hopefully it all works out. A little dim, huh? Yeah, you can't really see, can you? Let's just send it to the moon. JT foam. So this is foam on looks like a regular Proflex, but G1 Paintball have come out with their performance foam kit, and it's just really, really good replaceable foam for the Proflex. I really like how it has this like nose cutout. It literally makes it easier to breathe, and we talked about that last time. Just look at how much like more room you have like in the nose area. So I really like it. It's really comfortable. It's made really well. It's super easy to install. It's already got like adhesive back on the kit, so you just peel the foam off and put it on. You can get 10% off by using that promo code right there at that website. They also make, I thought I'd just show this stuff too. Nope, they don't make that. They make this. Why do I feel like my head, like, right there? This is not what they make. Well, kinda. This is a video I made about the G1 head wrap. That thing right there. And they're also still using, they gave me a promo code when I made this video as well. And there's also, you can use that promo code to buy one of these things. I really like these. They're very, like, very, very well made. I mean, I don't think I've had a piece of like headwear made as well as that thing. It's got a little padding right there, and then it's super breathable on the top, so it's not like hot in the summertime. I really like them. You can buy them over there, but I bring that up because we are going to do this. So this is all of the pro level members here on this channel. So any of the channel members in that pro category, I want to do more giveaways for you guys. So that's what we're doing. I've got 2 of these, and then whoever spins up on there the first time, you're going to win it, and then the second time we'll do another one, you're going to win one too. Where'd it go? The second one's on the ground. And the way this is going to work is I will spin it, and then I'm going to actually make a members only post here on YouTube in the community section. And you have to go to that and then put your email address in there. That's the only way I can like get actual contact information. It's kind of annoying. Let's spin it. Yeah, and you can only win once. You can't win like a second time. Nate, you might be in here. Nate, I know Nate in real life. So, Nate, I can get you your phone. Nate wins one. It's not rigged, because my name's not in there. I put my name in there if it was rigged. Chris Martin. Chris Martin also actually last week, 2 weeks ago, won a gun cover, won one of the Mo Money Tech gun covers. So we have Chris Martin, Nate Hanneman. You guys won yourself foam kits. And like I said, I'm going to post. Actually, I'm not even going to make that post because I'll just ship it to Chris because I have Chris's address still. And Nate, we'll just figure it out, okay? I'll figure you out. Chris, there you are. I know you're winning all kinds of stuff. If you want to participate in future raffles, I want to keep doing this. I was thinking about making a video about like all the stuff I take to the paintball field and then trying to get companies to send me a bunch of stuff and then just giving it all away. I might try to do that. But if you want to be able to partake in any of those future raffles, you have to become a member on this YouTube channel. And it needs to be a pro level membership. There's 2 of them here. This pro level can get you better stuff. You get early access to videos, you get exclusive member videos, discount codes. I got to put giveaways on there. I actually thought I did that already. Yeah. There's videos on the channel right now that only members can actually watch as well. Like that one right there, the controversy that built the dynasty. And then tomorrow I will probably be uploading the Bob Long video for channel members, but only the pro level members. Baby Billy, I started rewatching. I know, didn't season 4 start of Righteous Gemstones? And I started I rewatched like all 3 seasons. Well, I'm like halfway through season 3. I rewatched them like the last couple weeks. It's really good. It's good. It's a good show. It's not as funny as like, you know, Eastbound or Vice Principals, but it's still very good. Okay, guys, that was a raffle. Kind of, not a raffle. That was more of a giveaway, I guess. And I watched this earlier. I kind of just want to give a shout out to. We've talked about this channel over on the YouTube before. Look at it, I'm all the way finished with it. Let's go to just like a random spot and just let her rip. Let's turn the resolution like all the way down so my computer doesn't freaking melt in half. This is a new video from God Films, from Couch to Paintball Champion. And the whole kind of like concept of this new kind of series he's doing is he's brandish newest to paintball. It's only been playing about a year, but has gotten in with the Wrecking Crew guys. You can see some Wrecking Crew right there. That's Joey Bluth from Tampa Bay Damage. He's gotten in with those guys and has been around them a lot and playing a lot. And he's going to start playing tournaments. They're going to start out, he's going to play D3. That's not him. That's, I don't know who that is. Oh, that was Axel. Goddamn, it's definitely not Axel. Going to start playing out 3-man and kind of just document his way through the divisional ranks. I know they're going to try Nope, that's a whole nother thing. I'm thinking about something else. He wants to just play all the divisional series in the MSXL, the, I think, Mid-South X-Ball League is what that's called. And he also has very good access to, like, you know, actual, like, pro players and stuff. So it's cool to actually see them kind of working together and training together. There's some spots in here where they talk about all kinds of different drills and how to, like, approach things correctly. It's really cool. You know, most of the time when we're seeing paintball content, it's from paintball players like me who've been around for a long time, or, you know, any of these guys have been around for a long time. Well, not any of them, most of them. So it's interesting to see, like, a whole different, unique perspective on, like, you know, talking about what drills actually worked well and how much he's improved from doing so many drills, to just get, like, a newer person perspective. It's pretty good. He does a really good job. There's a link in the description. And there's also other videos over there too. It's not just like, not just this thing. You know, there's like other, like, wrecking crew things and all kinds of stuff over he's got. But like I said, go check out link in description and go support God Films, sorry. All kinds of paintball stuff. Ooh, hockey? All right. Yes. Okay, that's one thing down. Eric, I don't know how you did that. How do you do that? 11 months pro membership, baby. Hell yeah. Will you be the guest? That's what we're going to talk about. Well, I kind of had that on my notes. And yeah, tomorrow, I'm going to be on Spick and Span show tomorrow at some point. So, like, Spick and Span, they normally start also at 4 o'clock, but on Tuesdays, yeah, hostility. It's kind of confusing. If you follow that link right there, it'll take you straight to it. Yes, I will be a guest tomorrow on the Spick and Span show. I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, but we'll figure it out. Yep. It's kind of interesting, because, like, I can, you know, live streams, I'm so used to, like, me doing everything, so it's going to be very interesting to, like, not do everything, and I'm going to be trying to, like, talk over everyone all the time, because I'm so used to talking. It's crazy. Yeah, memberships are kind of a pain in the ass. If you're not, like, if you're on, like, an iPhone and stuff, like, sometimes they won't show you the membership button on the actual channel page. That's why I'm like, if you follow that link right there, it'll take you straight to this page in the browser and it'll work. It's still super annoying. It's weird because the iPhone, they want to, like, you know, every transaction on an iPhone, Apple takes 30%. So YouTube's really weird about it. You know, like, they don't want to be like, yeah, the membership's $10, but then Apple takes 30% of that if you sign up on an iPhone. But if you just go to the website, there's, like, no fee. It's the same thing, like, with Go Sports. I don't know if Go Sports or Major League Paintball Plus is cheaper on the desktop, but it used to be more money if you signed up from an iPhone. It was like $3 more a month or something like that. Just because they want to, like, try to recoup all the money that Apple takes from them. Yep. What are we talking about? Say grit and gumption and story. I say story a lot, though. Story is like a normal word. Grit and gumption are definitely not. Grit and gumption. Yeah. Maybe I should, like, I don't know. I'm going to look like this on the live stream, though, so it's going to be very interesting. I also thought about it. I'm so used to, like, looking at this. Should I, like, stand down the barrel the whole time and just look straight at this camera? I was also thinking about setting my teleprompter up. I've done that before, but it didn't really work out. I, like, put the teleprompter on the camera and then put, like, my computer monitor on the camera so that I'm, like, I would be, like, constantly looking at the camera. A little creepy, though. Maybe I'm just, like, constantly staring right down the pipe. and just literally never move. Just never move my eyes the whole time. Just trucking forever. How's it going? Honestly, I'm so used to the other view that it is a little creepy. Yeah, steering straight down the thing. But it is weird because it's a totally separate situation. Because from YouTube, browser on the phone is confusing. Yeah, I don't know. It is kind of annoying how like they limit all that nonsense. But what else we got to talk about? Not a ton, man. I was looking for stuff to talk about, and there's just not a lot that happened. You know, I mean, paintball is not the most news-heavy thing in the world anyway. But I did list this yesterday that like 4 people have seen it over on the Facebook Paintball Ruined My Life Facebook group right there. There's a link in the description over to this as well. I started a raffle for this thing. The Planet Eclipse EMF 200, and I got like the power stock, and it comes with an additional magazine. This thing's just been sitting around forever. It's like I said a couple weeks ago that I was going to do this, and it's just literally been sitting around forever. So if you want to potentially win yourself an EMF 100 for $10, go check out the raffle link in the description. These are actually really cool, you know. What's really cool about them, though, is you can put like a feed neck on and just put a normal barrel on and put the dummy mag in there, then you kind of have an EMEC. I just, you know, I thought that I would use it, and I just really have not used the thing. So check it out. Go over there. I don't know how fast these are going to sell out, but probably not that quick. Help a brother out. Go buy. Go, shit, what was I doing? Was I in this window? Go buy some raffle tickets for the EMF 100. This is turning into like a infomercial. A TFX 4? I don't know. Brad, nope. But what do you do with your hands? When? My hands are in my back pockets right now. Anyway, all right. I saw this today. This was funny. Did I put this in the media thing? We've been talking about like all this, like people were talking about like getting celebrities to play paintball and stuff like that. They're always like, we should get more celebrities to play paintball. It's like, I don't know. What's that going to do? I don't know what that would do. But the other day, I saw this. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Gardner went playing paintball. I was looking for paintball news to talk about, and this was the first thing that popped up. Jennifer Gardner, Matt Damon, playing paintball. It looks like she's using... Looks like she's got a FT12. It's kind of hard to tell if that's a first strike. Not first strike. It's kind of hard to tell if that's 50 caliber or not. Because those 100-round hoppers like that, those like Gen X or whatever the hell that is, Smart Parts hoppers or Tipman ones, it's kind of hard to tell if it's 50 cal or not, but they do make those things in 50 caliber, and she's got the worst mask possibly known to man. It's kind of disappointing though, you know, like, man, they can't give these people EMEX. I wish that more fields were renting like good equipment, not like, you know, whatever. She's got some Brooks shoes on. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. I'm like, out of all the things that happened, that's what we're doing? Is she wearing carpenter pants? I don't know. Let's find out. Da, 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 da. Possibly. It looks like right by the grip, that handle, there may be like a spot for like a paintbrush or a hammer. I have carpenter pants on. I actually have painter pants on, technically. Anyway. Oh, that's funny. Hollywood Sports Park? Yeah, it's possible. I don't even know. I mean, Hollywood Sports Park's the most urban field. I think the next closest field is like, somewhere far away. You can upgrade to an eMech for $16 at Hollywood Sports Park, so they're apparently cheap. I don't even know why they do that. They should just like give people free eMechs. How does he do The Accountant 2 and then play paintball with those rentals? It's like Keanu Reeves playing paintball. You're like, this isn't fair. It's not fair. Well, we'll talk about this. I keep. Good thing I did a little bit of research, a little bit of things coming up. Someone talked about this the other day too, and that Tecna triggers were coming back. And I didn't really do a bunch of research. They haven't really posted a lot, but they did have these available on their website the other day. Carbon fiber triggers. So this company, Tecna Triggers, they were like a big deal in like 2003 or 2 or whatever it was. And they made tons of carbon fiber triggers for all kinds of guns. I mean, I think mainly at the time it was probably Intimidators were probably the most popular. But they're making stuff again, apparently. Ooh, look at that thing. That thing's insano. I just think it's kind of cool. They were very desirable at the time, and it's kind of neat to just see companies kind of coming back. Yeah, I went to their website earlier and just said coming soon. But the other day there were products on here, so I'm not really sure. Like 2 days ago I saw it, and there were like things on there. So I'm not sure what's going on. But Tecna Triggers are back, which is kind of fun. That's about all. Yeah, it's like I haven't heard Tecna. Someone brought it up last week, and I was like, really? I was like, I haven't heard that name yet in 20 years or something. I was like, that's crazy. It just makes me feel really old to think about like I haven't heard that name in 20 years. It's no good. So I took my X all the way apart. What's an X? Like a Lux X? All the way apart and ripped the only wire in the gun. Ordered another Lux just to find out they're definitely louder than the ice. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't talk about Luxes, and Luxes really don't come up so often. I don't even know why I brought that up. But I would say so, yeah. I mean, when they switched over to the X's, when they kind of switched away from that, like, I don't know, spool valve that they've been using for a long time. And it's definitely different, for sure. I mean, the newer guns, I mean, I don't know if the Idol, I would say, is louder than the Ice. But I could see, for sure, the X is. And it's definitely kicky and has a little bit more pop to it. But I also think that they're more air efficient. And a little bit more reliable too. But yeah, they definitely shoot a little bit different. It is kind of unfortunate because like it just changes the guns, right? There isn't as big of like a difference in between the manufacturers because so many companies have gone with this like similar bolt design to the Planet Eclipse IV core. Parker Boys. Have you talked about the invite-only thing? Yeah, very, very beginning. Like the first, 5 minutes. Yep. Well, I don't know. I've straight run out of topics to talk about. So, yep. Hit me up with something to talk about. In the meantime, you could go check out the Paintball Ruined My Life headbands. But I really got to get rid of these goddamn things. So go buy some headbands. Oh, God. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So they're doing in the new, in that, like, kind of invite-only tournament or whatever we're calling it. It is kind of crazy how they're doing 15 balls a second. Like, it's something that we've, like, talked about a lot. It's something that... Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's something we've talked about a lot. I mean, everybody's like, oh, let's go back to 15 balls a second. It's like, that's how paintball is going to get more popular when, 15 balls a second's back. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, who knows? I mean, we're going to find out. A lot of the pro players, like, Dynasty and Aftershock players haven't played at 15 in 15 years or something like that. So it should be interesting. I mean, at least we'll figure out what it looks like and if it's even possible. Because one of the things that I've always thought about, like, reverting back to higher rate of fires is, when we were shooting 15, I think when the NXL, the original NXL started, they were 15 balls a second, full auto. Like real full auto. It was like a 3-shot, then full auto. So you'd be like, you'd have to pull the trigger 3 times and you could hold it down and just shoot and shoot. When they did that, I think that, like, the skill level wasn't as good. So there's no question that players today are considerably better than they were 20 years ago. The paint's better. The guns are more consistent. Like, everyone's just way better and everything's way better. So I've always been kind of skeptical about going to 15 because it's like, is anyone going to make it out alive anywhere? Or are you just going to put 5 guys in back center and shoot 5 guys shooting off the break at a back center? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think that 15 is probably too fast for me. I like that slower rate of fire a little bit more. But I don't know. Maybe we have like 15 balls a second just in pro or whatever. And then all the divisionals are lower because there's like plenty of sports that limit, or have different like rules for the pro divisions or, whatever. It's like all the sports do that. I mean, the NBA and the NFL, they all have weird rules just for the NFL or for the NBA. The pro division of football. Switch PB for sure. You betcha. And that's why hopefully we see what happens. I'm not playing it, so I could care less really. I just want it to be like, look as good as possible or like be as entertaining as possible. And 15 might be that. I mean, 15's fast. So like, it might increase the speed of matches. Games might go by like really, really fast. Uncapped full auto would be pretty cool. Really though, I don't know. I mean, you could get the gun to shoot 30. I mean, you could shoot 30. I mean, no gun currently could shoot 30. Like, there's no gun on the market that can shoot 30, I bet. Yeah, I don't think there is a gun on the market that could shoot 30. I mean, even if you programmed it perfect, like custom software, shoot 30 balls a second, I'm not sure if they could do it. Just because all of these guns haven't been like designed to shoot fast. It's like the whole purpose of them now is to be, easy on paint and shoot 10 balls a second. The RSX, I'd be shocked. Yeah, I don't really know. Nate plays paintball. Are the Valken Redemption jerseys and pants good? I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's been a very long time since I've held any Valken products. I would say from my past experience with Valken stuff is it's not the best, right? You're not getting the highest quality pants, but that's kind of the point, right? I mean, they're not the most expensive. They should be about, cheaper than some of the other stuff, but it's not bad. But there's certainly probably higher quality things out there. Yeah, there's certainly guns that can shoot that fast. I mean, I talked about recently, they got the Angel A1 to shoot 60 balls a second. I think like 62 or 63 balls a second. Like, you know, you could get Intimidators to shoot that fast. They got Matrixes to shoot that fast back in the day, like the DM5 and 8 and stuff like that. But they're just different, you know. Those guns were designed to have a higher rate of fire, whereas now they're just kind of not. It's not like they couldn't do it, you know. All these companies could come out with a gun that could shoot 30 overnight. Maybe not overnight. Give them like a couple weeks. Yeah. It would be cool. 30 balls a second, full auto. Just... There's a video somewhere of the like a DM shooting like 40 or something like that. Yeah. Mark's right. Mark says wear a basketball or football. Maybe not basketball though, because you probably want sleeves. You can wear like an undershirt. You really don't need a paintball jersey. Yeah, for sure. I think that, yeah, you probably benefit, I think, more from pants, from paintball pants, than having specific paintball jerseys. I don't really ever wear a paintball jersey. You know, I'm always just wearing like long sleeve t-shirts or whatever. That old video with the marker shooting 30 with a warp feet, probably. I mean, let's see, hold on. I'll try to find a video, because I have a... Let's see... I just don't know what it's called. I might not have... I don't even know why it's not in this right here. I can't really fire up the software I need. Well, I mean, this one kind of is fast. So there's a video with a gentleman named Sean Lane. Sean Lane has played for a lot of like
70
teams and stuff
cubic inch ninja
throughout the years, and he had an LV1 that he modified, I think, to shoot around 40 or something.
1,000 pounds.
But this right here is
super
Robert
low
Long.
modification on it.
I know he's super loud right there. But you can see this video is him just kind of showing off the G6R when it was like brand new. I want to be able to hear this though, so let me turn my monitor stuff on real fast. Checking out the G6R, whatever, and then he goes and shoots at like 28 balls a second full auto. I like skipped it. It's really fast. So just listen to this.
200 pounds. First thing that we did to the gun.
Real fast. Oh, it doesn't show. You can't see. 23 balls a second. Breaking hella paint, though. That is the problem when we shoot this fast, though, is just breaking hella paint. It's one of the biggest problems with, like, shooting super fast. But there's a video, I have the video of Sean's gun, but I don't know where it's at right at this moment. Yeah, I don't know, I can't find it. Anyway. 30. Bob used to use a warp feed. Someone said something about a warp feed earlier. Bob used to warp feed. 30 balls per second full auto 10v10 with a big hyperball field would be fun to watch if they had barrel cams and drones above. New Aftershock Proflexes do look sweet. I saw those. I really like those colors. They're like gray, blue, and they have like a clear bottom and stuff. They do look really good. Those are some of the better looking Proflexes I think I've seen. I like all the new Proflex colors though, you know. I think that let's try to find JT's Instagram account. They also put like a lot of good photos online recently, like a J Tizzle. They should have the Aftershock photos in here. Ah, come on, man. They're really gonna log in. It's gonna be like enter your 2-factor code. Son of a bitch. Give me a second, guys. We're gonna do this real fast. You know, I really should probably set up. I really gotta look into like, whatever. Security keys, right? Isn't that the new like thing for security? It's taking forever. No, just keep going. The new Aftershock Proflex, yeah, it looks really good. I really like it. And all these new pictures that JT's been putting up too are also really, really good. Like these photos just look good. You know, they set something up somewhere at a tournament or something like that and have been getting really good photos of everybody. Like that's just really good. Like the colors are really good. It's really cool how they're matching their jerseys to the masks and stuff. Yeah. J Tizzle. I'm much more of a black Proflex person myself. Just a straight up black, you know. Maybe I should just wear these the whole time. They don't really like just stay in place though. What if these are probably even worse because the foam's not. It's like, oh, maybe they're even better. Always bet on black. Okay, Wesley. Search for. What are we searching for? The West Coast Paintball Players League is coming up this weekend in Chino, California. Out there at SatCon Village in the middle of the desert. Yeah, that's about all. They have 137 teams signed up, which is pretty cool. And look at, they have 54 Division 4 teams. Let's actually, this is kind of interesting. I'm curious now. I made myself think about something. So let's go to Tampa and let's look at, where's the like teams thing? Scores? I mean, maybe because it's over, there's just no teams. What if we go to info? There we go. So 54 D4 teams, and there are 37 D4 teams in the NXL. So that's kind of interesting. But that makes sense. I mean, you know, Division 4 is typically more local-ish. You're getting the players and teams that really don't want to travel. But 30 Division 3 teams is also really good. Compared to the 30 that the NXL are doing. The USXBL. When's the USXBL? How about we type US search? No? Okay. I'm not used to using Firefox. No USXBL. Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of curious. That's what's happening. And then next weekend is going to be, nope, not that window. Not that one. This one right here. The Portugal Invitational. And this is going to be pro and semi-pro and W and XL only. So last year we had Scalp. Scalp won every single tournament last year. They won all 3 of the pro events in Europe. So that should be cool. See how well they do this year. Hole 3. Yeah. Ooh, look at Pimp out of Germany. Does it say Pimp? Definitely says Pimp. Alright. You know, whatever. To each their own. What do you guys got going on over here? Because there's 25 million people in SoCal, for sure. But there's more people in the United States. I think. Did Scalp win one match at Cup? You know, I don't know. I don't remember. Let's find out. We can find out that together. But what happens if we just click on Scalp without even going to an NXL thing? Scalp. Scalp. Schedule. So they lost to Red Legion, they lost to Aftershock, they lost to Heat, and they lost to AC Diesel. But those aren't bad scores, you know. It's 3-2 against X Factor and 2-3 against Diesel or whatever, but only losing 1 point. It's not bad. That is pretty good. And I don't think they didn't have like their real roster as well. And they got 12 fucking guys. Because I'm pretty confident that in Europe last year, they had a different roster. I mean, look, yeah, Bridnikov played. Didn't Samotrov play? Jesus Christ. Yeah, they just have a different roster. Again, I'm not all, like, you know, up on this European paintball. I don't really know what the hell's going on. Yeah, the Tauntauns didn't look good in Tampa. Little disappointed. I think that they're probably, you know, I didn't really think they were going to, like, win the tournament or anything, but I don't know. I would have expected to at least, you know, see them fighting for a Sunday spot, you know, be at least 2-2 or something. They did not do well, though. I mean, I think that their roster and their experience with the players on that team, they certainly hope to do better. So we'll find out, you know, how good the Tauntauns do. Where is, I don't even know. I was going to say, like, at the next tournament, but when the hell is the next NXL tournament? Atlantic City, May 2nd through the 5th. I thought it was the end of April. My bad. Ben Affleck. Yeah, I don't know. The WCPPL. Yep. What about it? The West Coast Paintball Players League. Yep. The WCPPL. Looking at all my things I gotta do. What's that like? What do you mean what it's like? What do you mean? It's a paintball tournament series. Mm-hmm. That's what it's like. Oh, we gonna take the Panama Canal back? What I want people to do is go buy raffle tickets. I realized that, like, I put this EMF 100 up there for the raffle. Again, there's a link in the description. I put this EMF raffle up here. You can get tickets for $10. And there's only 70 tickets. And I realized that I'm like, man, a lot of people probably don't really want this gun. So I need your support. Go buy raffle tickets. There's another plug. Are there actually farms in Greenland? Are there farms in Greenland? I mean, that's a... Chris? No. Chris says, you have any questions you want to ask Greenspan and Spica? We need approval. Well, I'll approve right now. Yeah, let me see. I have been thinking about that. I don't know, though, you know. I always want to like have good questions or, you know, something interesting or whatever. There you go, Nick, you're active member. I always want to have like interesting questions or something weird. I don't really. I've been thinking about it. What questions do you guys have? What question should I ask Ryan Greenspan and Kyle Spica tomorrow on the Spick and Span show? I have Ryan, what do you plan on doing when you retire from playing? I really want to know that, because that's just kind of interesting to me. What else? Kyle is the top. I don't know what you mean. Oh, Kyle is the top. No, Kyle's definitely the bottom. That's a good question. Kyle is the top, I assume. Right? Actually, I should say, like, you guys have been in a relationship for a while, right? Kyle is the... Okay, maybe we'll work that in there. Ask you about the G7R. There'll be no information on that. They'll be like, yeah, I don't know. That's about it. Yeah, I don't know. That is good. That's a good point. Okay, what's the future of Dynasty when Greenspan, Rao, Fragey? That's what I'm doing. Find out. Are you going to practice more so they can match paintball fit? That's a good question, too. And Red Legion, too. I mean, Red Legion's also been, like, one of those, like, teams that's been practicing quite a bit. Someone professional is needed to set up a proper league in British Columbia. Everything so far has been a shit show in terms of organization and the financial side of it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what's up there anymore. I mean, it's not Canada, but is there the DBS, the Doodlebug Sports League, and is in Seattle? I don't know if DBS is doing anything or anymore. What's the deal with airline food? What's the deal? You know, Jerry Seinfeld apparently has never said that. Everyone says like Jerry Seinfeld says that. What's the deal? But that's actually from a Saturday Night Live sketch where they were making fun of Jerry Seinfeld. And then everybody like has thought that Jerry always says that. I mean, he obviously says, you know, very similar things. But I was listening to what's his name, who wrote that actual skit, and he was talking about it. Damn it, why am I blanking on his name? Ninja Ball. Okay, there you go. That sounds familiar at least. What other fun questions? You guys, there were some good ones in there. Did I miss any of these? Oh, has Damien ever fixed a ticket for them? That's a good one. That's actually funny. Is he an actual police officer now? I remember when people had to go get tickets. I haven't had a ticket like that in so long. Like a parking ticket, not a parking ticket, but like a, I didn't have a license plate for a long time on my front of the car. And I got a ticket for that. I just never fixed it and paid like a $200 fine, and it just went away. He's a sheriff's deputy. Okay. Anthony, what would happen if the NXL was a not-for-profit? I mean, what makes you think it is a for-profit business? I mean, obviously they're not a non-for-profit. They're like a normal business or whatever. They don't have like a 401(c) or whatever the hell that is. But I mean, I don't think they make any money. I think they break even. Something's wrong? Call Ann Fong. I don't know why. Yeah, Canada, they used to have the CXBL, the Canadian X-Ball League, but I'm not really sure 100% what happened to that. I know that it kind of died maybe during COVID or post-COVID. And the CXBL used to be big. I don't really understand, what happened to the CXBL. Yeah, it really was like a big league. It was its own like thing. Here's a I don't know. Yeah, I remember when American pros and stuff would guest on teams and all that stuff. There's the Alberta Paintball League. Is there a Fresno Paintball League? That'd be weird. Old Soul, sir. Since everyone on Dynasty had input for creating the Force, what was the one thing that you pushed for that happened or wish made the cut? Okay, I'm going to think about, I'm going to reword that a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to copy and paste that and then I'll figure that out later. Thinking about that question still. NXL is on a shoestring profit for sure. They're on like a hope we don't lose money profit, I think. Who knows? That would be a good video. All the dead big leagues that have come and gone. Man. It'd be so long. The video would be so long. It's like 3 hours and I'm like, oh. League 904. Yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know what the NXL profitability is, but from people that own the league that I've talked to, they say it's not profitable. That was like 2 years ago or something like that. I would say we had those conversations. Ask Spica how he feels about his team Diesel this year. Are they confident to make it to the semis this year? That's a lame question. Sorry. It's too easy. That's too easy. It's too easy. I want like weird ass shit. I want like, Ryan, when you were in, do you remember in 11th grade when you had Mrs. Sanders as your history teacher? Like, I want to be able to ask that kind of question. That's what, sorry, I know. I'm just joking with you. But like, those are the questions that I'm thinking of. Like, those are the lame ones I'm thinking of. I'm like, so what's your favorite paintball gun? Like, those are just weird. They're kind of just like, That's why I'm like, help me out with questions. We got some interesting ones. I know, I hope that I don't have to ask questions. That's all I hope for. I just hope we can riff. Bring back Reno events. I would like Reno. Remember like Reno XPSL when they played like inside in like 2001 or something like that? Was that Reno? I don't know. Those are always nightmare hangovers. I know a dude that came back with his girlfriend. With a girlfriend. That's funny. We were in, it just reminded me of girls at paintball tournaments. We were in Florida once, and there were these girls from France there. And this was so long ago. This was probably like 2007 or something like that. And like, they thought we were so cool just because we were like from California. It was the weirdest thing ever. They were like, oh, that's what it's like there. I'm like, bitch, you live in fucking Paris. It was funny. What is a format that Kyle or Ryan would like to play again? Hyperball, Woodsball, X-Ball? Okay, we can kind of ask that one. Bam. Goddamn Paris. I don't know what that means, Mark. Does shit in fact come out of a butt chin? What? Did Spica get the backyard ready for the unicorn? Are they getting a unicorn? Wasn't that the Christmas present he was supposedly getting Ryan's daughter? Did he? I don't know. I like that. That's kind of the road that I'd like to go down, though. I like that questioning, but I gotta know if he was doing that. If you could figure out the podcast they talked about it and give me a timestamp. But those are the ones I want. Like, I want like weird ass things. Oh, that's a good one. Back to Balling says, what was the worst product? What was the worst product they were forced to promote but couldn't say anything at the time? That might actually be like right now. Does he have a butt chin? Oh, I was thinking of a double chin for some reason. I don't know. Does he have a butt chin? I don't know. Do I have a butt chin? Can't tell. Freaking whatever. Maybe I'll clean shave. I was thinking about clean shaving, but I don't have any razors. I actually have a way to do it. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, man, when I was shaving my face, I was like, I should like clean shave. It's been like a decade since I've been like clean shaven. Or maybe just a mustache. That's funny. Alex, did you, Kyle, in fact, almost date Ariana Grande? He says he did. I remember listening to that, like before she was famous or something. He said he knew her or met her a couple times or something like that. That is kind of funny. I don't know anybody famous. Ooh, maybe we should do an unboxing. I should get like Should get Harry's to sponsor this. What's one of those like? I'd really like to get like a straight razor though, you know, not like a 4-blade, 8-blade fucking crazy thing. Like a straight razor, like old school, like a straight razor, and get myself like, you know, one of those little brushes that I can put on there. Like it's like it's made out of like beaver for hair or something like that. That would be cool. I'd be alright with that. What are the different kinds of razors though? Because there's like, is it horsehair? That probably makes more sense. Beaver hair. I don't know. Beaver hair would be cool. How about like platypus hair? No, that's a high-end one. Manscaped sponsored Behind the Bunker? Really? Huh. All the sponsorships with like those companies are kind of weird though, because they don't actually like, sometimes they don't give you money. You know, the only way you're getting money is if you like, you know, sell stuff. It's like, it's kind of like, damn it. Oh, it's kind of like this G1 thing. You know, I make money when you guys use that promo code, but I don't get any money. They're not paying me, you know, to make these videos necessarily. I'm just getting, well, I guarantee they didn't pay me to make this. But I do get like a kickback from those promo codes. So a lot of the times like Manscaped or whatever, they might not actually be getting money. It's only on the conversions. And I can't imagine the conversion is very high on that kind of stuff. I mean, it might be with like certain, you know, if you have a podcast and you get 1 million downloads, you're going to convert some of those people, but you know, not like whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like Raycon, that company Raycon contacted me once, those like headphones or whatever. So that new Aftershock JT build is coming with extra G1 foam. Oh, is it really? I didn't see that. We looked at the, I really do like the foam. It really is good. Look, we're right on the JT thing still. That's a good idea. And it's really good foam. It really is better than like whatever foam. Huh. I'm surprised they don't show it. They didn't talk about it on here? Or it's like a backup foam kit or whatever? Or is Aftershock sponsored by G1 maybe? I don't know. Oh, first 48 hours or first 24 hours. Well, it's very good foam. I mean, it really is good. It's right here. Maybe I should just wear this all the time. Bap chat. What is the next big NXL League sponsorship you can see happening in the future? Man, I got no idea, you know, because it's not up to me. I mean, they have like, or I just don't know. I mean, if it were up to us, right, or if you owned the company, like if you owned the NXL, wouldn't you like take any sponsor pretty much? You know, if Pepsi was like, we're sponsoring you, okay. If, you know, freaking LG sponsors you, we're like, okay. You know, it's like, I don't, any company is going to be good, probably. And I know that they're trying, you know, they constantly are trying to get outside sponsorship. So it's like, I think whoever says yes, essentially, is who they're going to go with. But obviously, there are some brands that, you know, fit better with paintball. What are those brands? I don't know. But Hertz does work because so many of these people are traveling to these paintball tournaments that having Hertz as a sponsor kind of makes sense. They're giving a discount code away to the teams. That way Hertz, you know, makes even more money from that sponsorship. Yeah, I have no idea though. You know, I think that we've heard about some energy drink companies and stuff, but that's always been like, the jam. I mean, everyone's always been talking about getting an energy drink company, so who knows? What are the hurdles you think they're dealing with? Probably only two, really. I mean, if you're an advertiser, I think that if you're an advertiser, you're looking at, I think, two major things, right? Demographic. So you want to make sure you're advertising to the people that are going to buy your products, you know? Like, you're probably not going to have, like, I don't know, Metamucil or, like, you know, some random weird sponsor. It's got to kind of, like, fit the demographic. So Hertz is perfect, you know? Their demographic is the paintball tournament. NXL's demographic is people renting cars. So Hertz fits in there perfect. So it's got to be brands that fit, but more importantly, it's just eyeballs, right? I mean, you've got to have eyeballs. That's the same reason that the Super Bowl can sell ads for like $8 million, is because they're like, well, you know, 40 million people are going to see your ad or whatever the number is. Whereas with paintball, it's like, yeah, I mean, how many people are watching the NXL? I mean, you could probably say that, like, you know, 150,000 people or 200,000 people will see the bunker over the course of, like, a couple weeks from the tournament, because you got to think about, like, the webcast, and then you have, like, all the other, like, you know, Instagram reels and all the highlights and all the other stuff that the Hertz logo gets shown. So it's probably just viewers, right? I mean, there's just not tons and tons of viewers. But, you know, you'd think that, like, with a couple 100,000, kind of a lot. I mean, you'd think that they should be able to do something. I also think that supplement companies would be pretty good, too, actually. For sure. We just always think about that, like, I imagine that some of the, like, advertisers and stuff like that, too, brands, are also a little weary of it just being paintball, you know? I mean, we're shooting each other with guns. So it's like just that in general can kind of, you know, lead people astray. So it's probably not just demographic and numbers. It's probably also, like, you know, brand image. They also want it to kind of, like, you know, help their brand look good. And if we're shooting each other, some of these companies just might not like it. It really looks like Todd Adamson is going to be bringing in more outside sponsors from the looks of things. He's got a good little movement going. Well, I hope so. Ozempic's very interesting. Ozempic has those drugs have, like, the potential of changing our whole society, which I thought's interesting. Yeah, so hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, I don't, I mean, there's tons of other, like, you know, outside weird sports that have, like, rando sponsors, so I don't know. A permanent indoor reball field's good or bad idea? I've never been hit with reball. Well, it hurts. It doesn't hurt more than, like, a paintball, you know, because they weigh the same, and it's still just bouncing off. So if you get shot, you know, with a gun and like a regular paintball and it bounces, or you get shot with a reball and it bounces, it's going to feel the same. But every single ball bounces, you know? So, like, you get shot, like, 4 times, like, bang, bang, bang. It's going to, like, they all bounce. So it, like, they're all hard. So none of that impact is spread out when it breaks, So it definitely shoots. It definitely hurts more. Most of the reball facilities are lower velocity as well. So if you're playing, a lot of them would shoot like 230 to 250. Permanent though, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I know that there's some in Europe. Like, there's for sure some in Sweden, like Scandinavia, maybe some in Norway and Finland or something like that. But I don't know. I don't think that it's appealing. It's definitely not appealing to non-paintball players, right? I think that if you're gonna do something like that, I think you're probably more apt to go play airsoft because you're still shooting, you know, at each other and it doesn't hurt as bad. And most of the time people like paintball because you can see it break, you know. That's one of the big advantages we have. Where it's like when I think about reball, I think about like a training facility. You know, I think about like just an indoor area and we're just going to like snap shoot at targets or like do running and shooting drills, or it's like a whatever training thing, I think, more than like a business. But it could be a business, obviously. I just don't think there's enough like people to do that really around here. I think around here, it's definitely not in California, but that's why we're kind of seeing, I think, most of those places in Sweden and stuff. Nathan Hot Dogs would be that would be a good sponsor. Guys will keep a pod full of hot dogs and stuff them down the barrel to bunker people with a hot dog and win the game. Or you could just have a hot dog bunker. The snake beams can just be hot dogs. That I don't want, though. Could you imagine every single bunker has like a theme and it was like branded? That would look bad. That I wouldn't really like. I've already kind of thought about that. I'm like, man, we already have like 2 bunkers that are like themed. We have the Southwest Electronics bunker, which I don't even know what the hell Southwest Electronics is. That's a sponsor that doesn't make any sense. It would be funny to make hot dogs. We can make hot dog snake beams. That would be funny. I like it. Subway? I mean, there's tons of stuff. Yeah, of course, I think a Subway sponsor. Shit, I only want $1 million a year. I'll put their logo right here. I'll replace the BFP Gear logo. They give me $1 million? Gina and Junior, you're gonna have to match it. More food at events would be appreciated. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to that. It's been a long time. I mean, I haven't been to NXL since like 2018. So it's been a while. And it's something that I'd never pay attention to anyway. I don't think I've ever eaten. Very, very seldomly eaten at the field. Yeah, really. I still think Mark, if you're still in here. Damn, we really should, Mark, I don't know if Mark's here. We really should do like Thai tea at the field or something for one of the tournaments. I think it'd be really cool. I know I'll help you. Chris said he'd help. Brandon, are you still interested in playing competitive anymore? Not at all. I haven't been interested. I think 2014 is when I was kind of like, all right, whatever, I don't fucking care. Because I played PSP, I think 2013 or 2014. And then I was like, you know, I don't know. I don't really care anymore. And then started just playing rec, and I have way more fun just playing rec ball. You know, the days at the paintball field are certainly more fun playing rec ball than it was practicing and doing all that stuff. Because, you know, playing rec, we're just like dicking around. I'm just like having fun. Like, we'll play a few games and then we'll sit around and tell stories and whatever. Just fuck around. But at practice, it's like, you know, people are getting angry and like, you know, oh, I gotta do these fucking drills now, and now we're gonna, you know, it's like, I don't know, it just became like more serious. And I don't know, I just want to have fun. I mean, you know, I think that we're supposed to have fun playing paintball. It's not like we're getting rich. I mean, no one's getting rich, no one's doing anything. So it's supposed to be having fun. And I certainly have more fun just messing around. I think that I would play, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't play a tournament, but I don't really have a desire to play like, you know, X-Ball or anything. I would play 10-man because it kind of has the vibe of we're just fucking around and having fun. So I would do that, but it'd be hard pressed to get me to go play X-Ball. go play with Dan Bilzerian. I don't understand why we're promoting Dan Bilzerian so much. Why is so much Dan Bilzerian shit? I see Dan Bilzerian all over the place. You know that he's going to be in paintball for like a year and he's just going to leave and then no one's ever going to hear from him again? I mean, that's what happens to like a lot of these people, is that people come in and they're going to go do something else because you're rich and famous. Like, why would you be playing paintball? Go to Dubai and go like parasailing or some shit. I don't know. I just feel like he's going to go away. Not that I really care. Teriyaki chicken. It's just kind of weird that we're all like Dan Bilzerian all over the place. Losing by event 3. Yeah, I don't know. He said he'd been playing paintball since like 1991 or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, you haven't. Stop fucking lying. He maybe played paintball in 1991 and then never played again until, whatever, 2024. Maybe he watches this. Probably not. Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, you've been playing paintball since the 90s? I'm like, I'm pretty sure I would have heard about this by now. Because people have known about your antics for, at least a decade. So I'm sure that, like, paintball, it would have come up somewhere in this realm, right? Like, we would have heard about something, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Anyway. Maybe I should ask Ryan and Kyle about Dan Bilzerian. I know that they've tried to talk about it a couple times and it never happened. Ryan's really refreshing because he'll actually like tell you what he thinks. It's very odd to like, I don't know, like so many people just don't say what they're thinking and they like, I don't know, just kind of suck. It's kind of like boring to listen to people and they like don't want to like really say anything. He played at Hollywood Sports Park in Bellflower in a private group when I worked there. Alan, how long ago was that? First time I went to Hollywood Sports Park, it was 2004? No. It had to have been like 2005 or 6. That's when I went there, I think the first time. When they used to have like there was like the BMX track and stuff. They might still have that there, I don't know. I played paintball a lot in 2003 to 2009, and then after that I got into drugs, and then after that I got back into it briefly, 2012, 2016, and then back onto, back and rock hard. Wait, what does that mean? Okay, I don't know what's going on. You got rock hard. Blue Chew. Maybe we should have Blue Chew for a sponsor. That'd be cool. Oh, you mean when people are not real? Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm not even not real. It's just when people like, like the Dan Bilzerian stuff. It's like, I don't know. It's like Trump. It's like, or Elon. It's like, you guys realize they're assholes, right? And like, completely not cool. So like, we like thinking that they're cool in public is very weird because like most people would be like, yeah, that guy's an asshole in real life, like one-on-one, but like, I don't know. It's just, no one really says anything. It's crazy when there's like evidence of people sucking too. It's not just like that guy's an asshole. He's like, on the record for being fucking loco. He'll come beat me up. It's alright. He's like up to here on me. He's like nipple height. Although he looks like a strong guy, he could probably kick the shit out of me. So I can outrun him. I'm positive I can outrun him. If he can outrun me, I would be shocked. So we'll like square up and I'll just take off. Blue Chew? Oh, my Blue Chew ads would be good. Blue Chew? What's another like boner pill? we'll have like horny goat weed, and like I'll get the ones from like the liquor store. You always see in like those little packs, and we'll advertise those ones. They're like knockoffs. Any opinion on the Dye MXR? New updates. Some of those updates they've kind of had though, so it's kind of like not like all brand new updates. Some of those like they released that upgrade kit like a week ago, but some of those parts they've been putting in guns since the beginning of the year. I don't know about the MXR. I really don't. There's just not a lot of them in use. It's not like there's a lot of people using them. So I honestly don't know. I don't really have like a full-on opinion on them. I think that we've seen, though, that the DSR Plus is going to be a little bit more reliable. Some of the problems, though, that the MXR has are addressed, I think, mainly with two things, though, because they were having a problem with, like, paint moving around in the breech a little bit. So readjusting the breech sleeve and changing that O-ring angle and making the O-ring a little smaller, and then adding the new bolt tip should help address that issue. But I still think that the DSR Plus has been better for most people. It's really kind of unfortunate though, because I like the MXR. I think it looks good. It feels really good in the hands. They just tried to do like some weird bolt, which I don't know. They tried to like mash the DSR Plus and like the M3 bolt together. Hostility. It did. The dye lawsuit was settled. And I tried to look into like trying to figure out how we could figure out what happened, and we can't. I don't know really how any of that works, but I think what happens is like say there's two, I'm suing a guy, right? And we're like, okay, we don't want a lawsuit anymore. We came to an agreement outside of court or whatever, outside of this process, and I'm going to give this guy this much money, and then it stops. I think that's what happened. So I don't think that information is ever public unless either party comes out and discloses the information. They like tell us how much the settlement was or whatever. So we'll never really know. Yep. Have you already talked about Dye and Defy having booths at the WCPPL? No, definitely not. That's not something I'd talk about anyway. I did see like something earlier about like Dye and Defy. I saw some like Instagram post about a post where they were like something. If I type like following in here, is it gonna work? I contacted Defy too. I wanted to try to get Defy to be a sponsor of this YouTube channel. I think that look at Phil all jacked. Yeah, I contacted Defy to see if they wanted to Defy Paintballs? Yeah, I contacted Defy to see if they wanted to be a sponsor of said channel. Oh no, this was the Hormesis thing I saw. That's what I saw. Yeah, I don't know what this is. This like just happened earlier. Yeah. Oh gosh, what's that? That's not what I want. Ooh, a kissing booth. That'd be cool. We should have a kissing booth. I'll open a kissing booth the next tournament. I'll open a prostate exam booth. That would be good. I like a prostate exam booth. What are we talking about? Free Flow. I talked to Buddy at Free Flow to make one. Hope one day he can instead of waiting for dye. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, a slap on off. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they didn't put like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. On the DSR Pro, the DSR Pro that came out, like people wanted that to have a slap on off too. And it kind of makes sense they don't have it though, because they're saving it for their higher end gun. So if you put like all the like good parts on a cheap gun, it doesn't really like incentivize people to purchase the higher end gun. You know? But it is kind of odd they don't like sell it separate. Well, I guess they do. James Sutton, sir, so many dudes lining up. Oh, my prostate exams. Dude, it would be so funny if there was like a prostate exam booth. Oh, God. I'm gonna spend $10,000 at World Cup to set a prostate exam booth up, just as a joke. It'd be great. And then you get some weirdo who'd be like, I really want one. He's like, oh, this isn't real? You're not actually doing it? Or maybe we should hire a doctor. That'd be great. Curtis, enough of the pros are about that age, for sure. You betcha. I gotta get a colonoscopy. I was supposed to get one a year ago, but you know, didn't happen. Yeah, set up an S&M version of Angel's Heaven. That would be good. Dude, it's so weird watching like old paintball videos, like videos from like, I don't know, 2003 and shit. Like, it's wild. Like, let's see. Man, the problem, I don't have my video, I don't have this stuff sorted well. I was going to try to like find something. Yeah, you watch like old videos from like 2002 and it's just like, it's so funny that it's just like chicks in bikinis. There's so many people like, not people, there's so many women in bikinis walking around and like booth babes and stuff. It's like, wow, it's so funny. Not anymore. Worst mask out there in your opinion, old or new? Well, we'll say current versions. Masks. I don't know. I really don't like the dye masks, so I would probably go with any of the like i3 or the i4. Not the i3. Definitely not the i3. The i. What? This is the worst mask. Any of these dye masks, I cannot breathe in them. The ventilation's so poor, and I even cut this one all up to try to make it breathe better. Those are the worst. I just don't like them because they don't breathe. I mean, literally. They're made well and they're pretty comfortable. The ventilation's just really, really poor. So I'm gonna go with that's probably my least favorite paintball mask. Out of all the good ones, you know, I mean, obviously there's like, you know, all kinds of different options, but I don't like those ones. Cole, sir, the Proflex, I like the Proflex, yeah. The Proflex and the Carbon Zero, those are my two favorite masks. Yeah, I would rather wear the HK masks over the dye mask. I mean, simply because I think they breathe better. The SLR, the HK Army SLR, is way better. I mean, there's no question about it. The KLR is, I don't know. It might be close as breathing horrible. Yep. I really like Carbon Zero, though. If I think I had to pick, that's probably my favorite. Push mask. The push masks are good. Yeah, the push is good. I mean, I still think that, you know, like I said, the Proflex and the Carbon Zero still breathe better. I keep looking over there because I have so many masks. I think they still breathe better, but the push masks are good too. Sacramento roots for the next WCPPL win. All right. No, CPL. I was like, WC? I mean, you guys aren't going to play WC. We'll see. How long is it away? Probably like 2 months or something, a month and a half. What do you think of the Profiler 2.0? I don't know. I haven't actually held it yet. I've always been a fan of the Profiler, though. I mean, I've had a few different versions of the Profiler. There's the Profiler. I've had a few different versions of the Profiler, and not versions. I've had a few Profilers. They've only made really 2 versions. Yeah, I just haven't seen it yet. So I haven't felt it with my hands, but I assume I'll like it. And I mean, it's $100, so it's a good price too. It's not $200 like we're talking about the carbon masks. But I have not touched it yet. And it looks just as breathable, or ventilation looks just as good as whatever. The previous ones. And yeah, I was thinking about the grill too, because there was the grill, the original grill, and the grill 2.0, and they're essentially kind of the same thing. So I imagine that I would like this newer version of the Profiler as well. The E-Flex. I kind of forget about the E-Flex because they keep talking about discontinuing it, and then it's you can't buy them for 6 months, and all of a sudden they've got a billion pairs in stock. So it's I do kind of forget about the E-Flex. The E-Flex is also good. I mean, the E-Flex, I don't know what the E-Flexes are currently selling for, or if we can even buy them right now. I don't know. They're always talking about getting rid of it. The E-Flex? Whoop, I had one. Did I have another one, or was it the same one? I guess we'll just hit enter. There's a bunch of foam. They might not even have them anymore. There's ones, but they're sold out. Yeah, it's kind of just random. I like them, though. I mean, I've got an E-Flex over there, too. And it's essentially the same thing as a ProFlex. It just has a removable lens. I mean, they all have removable lenses, but you can remove the lenses without tools or fiddling with it. They're quick change lenses. And I like them. They're not bad. Yeah. I mean, I think that the one thing that I like the Carbon Zero over these for... can I... Let's just go to the fractured bone. See, this is $300, but they're not all $300, This is just this, crazy fracture one. The one thing that I do like about these, though, is they are lighter weight. So they're, I don't know, probably 20 to 30% lighter than the E-Flex. Maybe about the same weight as a ProFlex, but honestly, maybe a little bit lighter than the ProFlex even. The Carbon Zero Pro. I'll always recommend a Profiler. Yeah, Profilers are great. I mean, really, it's just how they feel on your head. It's if they breathe well, and then it's kind of all preference after that. It's it's just ventilation. The optics on the Carbon Zero kick ass over the ProFlex. That's not something I notice a lot. I think that if I held masks up to each other and was checking through lenses, I might be able to tell a difference, but it's not something I notice when I just put a mask on. I don't ever I don't think about if the lenses are clearer or not, but I do kind of, thinking about it, I do kind of think that the carbon ones are a little bit sharper or something like that. They don't feel as I don't want to say hazy. but the profiler lenses, or the Proflex lenses, I could see being a little like less sharp. Good mask for glasses. Unfortunately, there isn't a mask that works for all glasses. I know some people will be like, this one works good with glasses. But the problem is that like that mask, might work good for you wearing glasses, but obviously everybody's heads are shaped different, Maybe your eyes are a little further forward than someone else's. So your skull is just a little bit further forward in the front so that, it's going to make those glasses fit different inside that goggle frame. So what I've found, I don't wear glasses, but from talking to people that wear glasses, I think that what we've found, though, is that most of the masks that have big lenses tend to work a little better. So like Chris said, the EVS, the Profiler has big lenses. That's really about all of the masks that have really big lenses. But it really comes down to the way your head's shaped and the way you have, the frames on your glasses. Because if you got like big ass, like fucking Elton John glasses, or if you have like little teeny glasses, it's going to work completely different. So what I would always recommend is going to a paintball store and trying on paintball masks. I know that that's hard to do for some people because you're not like super close to a store. And then, putting people's masks on can be kind of gross too. So I don't know. There is no real answer though. Like I had a friend that used to wear a dye i4, and he wore glasses, and his glasses would touch the goggle, like the inside of the lens. They would like move. His glasses would touch the inside of the lens on the mask, and that shit would drive me crazy. And he's like, oh, so it would drive me nuts. So I think it's kind of different for every person. NorCal Paintball Store recommendations. Yeah, I got some of those. There's really two that are like literally easy the best. And this sounds like some weird promotional thing because BFP Gear here are my friends and a sponsor of this. Where do they have like store information at? Store locations? My recommendations are Sac Paintball Store, right there in Sacramento. Can you close these? Sacramento. And then this one, also not very far from Sacramento, Extreme Paintball in Modesto. I can assure you that those are the two best paintball stores in Northern California. I mean, there's not better ones. I'm positive. Obviously, if you live up in like freaking Eureka or some shit, you're probably not going to want to drive 7 hours to go to the store. But Sac Paintball, Extreme Paintball, literally, there's literally no other good ones. There are, but those are, they really are the best. The i4, yeah, I hate the i4. Yeah, well, I'm positive that Sac Paintball, Extreme Paintball, and BFP Gear have more inventory than 31st Outfitters. Is that Podesta's store? I don't have anything against Podesta or whatever. Is it 31st Outfitters? 31st Outfitters. Yep. Yeah, I just remember, what my paintball store was like, and I know what theirs is like, and theirs is really, really good. It's definitely better than mine. I keep thinking this is coffee. It's just hot water. All right, you sons of bitches. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go make hamburgers. Maybe I will make tacos, though. I've been trying not to eat, like, carbs and stuff though, so tacos might be kind of hard. I don't know if I'll just get like, I really like his crunchy tortillas. Oh shit. I should just get corn tortillas and like fry them. Anyway, think about that later. Hello, first time chatter. I love paintball, but god damn, it's boring to watch, and God can't change that. No, probably not. There is no such thing as God. It's a trick perpetrated on you by people that want to control you. So there's that part. But yeah, paintball is boring to watch. I mean, that's the problem. I think we're trying to like funnel people into watching paintball. Like we're like, oh, if we have a Netflix documentary style thing, or, if we tweak or change these one things in the format, people are going to want to watch paintball. But, we really don't need people to watch paintball. We need people to play paintball. Because like you said, paintball is boring to watch. So I don't think if we do anything, it's going to matter because it's boring to watch. We need people to play paintball. That's what I think. Play paintball. I really wish I was religious. I really wish I could do it. I talked about this, not on live streams, but I've talked about this recently. I really think that I don't think soccer is boring. I think that, we're not used to it. Paintball's boring because you don't know what the fuck to look at. At least we know what to look at when you're watching soccer, But I mean, you could think soccer's boring. Everyone thinks something's boring, People think that I don't know, whatever is boring. I really wish I could be religious. I just cannot. I just can't do it. Anyway. Yeah, lots of people, I'll watch paintball, but it's kind of sorta, you know what I mean? I really do think though that Go Sports and whatever, they do a really good job in the finals though. I totally see how prelim matches and stuff aren't as fun, but I totally really like the finals. I think they do such a good job in the finals. It just feels like so much more, right? Because the crowd is all excited. It feels like the announcing is better. There's more stakes. It just feels more exciting to watch. So I don't know. I don't even want to say all the time, because I definitely think the finals, they do a good job in the finals. And it's something that I'll actually watch, rather than kind of have it on in the background and look over every once in a while. If it gets loud, I'll be like, oh, what happened? But half the time I'm sort of doing something else. So I don't know. Yeah, I like Rich in the announcer's booth too. I'm kind of curious what actually happens with announcing in the future. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even tried to find out. I did like the dual screen thing for sure. How they had both the screens like this or whatever, or was it on the side? I don't know, but it was really cool because you could look at both screens even, right? You could look at the bottom screen and see where they were shooting, and then you could look at the other team and see their breakout. So you could kind of see where they were shooting and if they shot at the right lane. It was really kind of cool how you could see you could kind of dissect the breakout a little bit better. Yeah. Todd? 2-bit? It's been a while, I think. Well, I'm out of here anyway. I'm closing the chat. I can't see the chat anymore. Gentlemen, and the lady. There might be one lady, Good evening. Enjoy the rest of your week. For all you pro channel members out there, there will be probably tomorrow, definitely on Wednesday, by Wednesday, a video about the Bob Long Intimidator on the channel. kind of about, why it was popular and whatnot. So if you're a pro member, check that out very soon. If you're not, it should be up hopefully within the week. I gotta track down some sponsorship stuff for it, hopefully, and then it'll be good. Okay, guys, enjoy the week, and we'll see you next time.